Welcome to Saturday Fun Day with Connie. Today my guest star is supposed to be Dee with Dee's Creative Hands Crochet. I did hear from her this morning, so I'm guessing she's just running a little late. So hopefully she joins us later on the live. So how is everybody doing? If you're here, leave a comment in the chat so I know you're here. So does anyone have any plans for the weekend? Nothing really going on here. After I finish this live, I plan to film my Knitting Friday video and see about getting that uploaded. And then I plan to work on Bag O' Days Love of My Life shawl. I'm hoping to have it finished before Tuesday. More than likely I'll probably finish it either late tonight or sometime tomorrow. But that's my plans for the weekend. Like I said, not too much going on here. My cats are sleeping right now. Sophie's in her room and Allie's laying in the middle of the floor. They love their nap time. So, like I said, if you're here, leave a comment in the chat to let me know that you're here. But let's see. I have some jokes for y'all. The first joke I have is, why can't a nose be 12 inches long? And the reason, Dee just joined us.
Studio button.
We're live, Dee.
Oh, okay.
So
hi, everybody.
This is Dee with Dee's Creative Hands Crochet. She's my guest star today. So how are you doing today, Dee?
I'm okay. I had my auntie pass away 2 days ago. Yeah, so it's been kind of a bummer, but I'm doing better today. Thanks for asking.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that was my last auntie. All my uncles, all my aunts are gone now. So, yeah, she was special to me too. So, but enough about that. No more sad stuff. Thank you, everybody, for your condolences and prayers and everything. I appreciate it. Our funeral's on Monday, and then we can move forward. But that's enough about that because I'll get crying. So
let's see. We have Nana Kathleen that joined us. Hi, Kathleen. How are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? So, before you popped up, I was about to start telling some jokes.
All right, let's hear them.
The first one is, why can't a nose be 12 inches long? Then it'd be a foot.
Oh, jeez.
12 inches makes a foot.
I was thinking Pinocchio. That's what was running through my head. Because there's no Pinocchio, or
could you imagine instead of a nose right here having a foot?
Oh, jeez. That wouldn't be very functional now, would it?
The next joke I have is, how do you fix a cracked pumpkin?
How do you fix a what?
A cracked pumpkin. With a pumpkin patch.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that'll work.
The last joke I have is, what do you do when a lemon gets sick?
I don't know.
You give it lemonade.
Lemonade. I should have known that. I was thinking lime something.
Yeah. I like telling jokes at the beginning of my lives.
That's silly.
Let's see. We have Marie, Joy, and Joanne Dolan that joined us. How are y'all doing today? And what are y'all working on? And Nana Kathleen is working on blankets.
I'm working on the latest bod shawl. I
want to do that one. That's next on my list.
Yeah, I'll show you what I got going so far.
Ooh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, as soon as I finish her Love of My Life shawl, I plan to start on that shawl.
Yeah, I didn't plan to, but it just happened. It's one of those things. I was sitting at the table, oh, why not?
I think I have about a little over 2 rows left to do on the Love of My Life shawl. And
Uh-huh.
then, I already have the fringe cut, so I just have to attach that.
Okay, I've never even looked at that shawl yet, so I
It's
seen this
pretty.
one. I love the virus stitch, so I've done all kinds of stuff. I've got shawls and blankets and all kinds of stuff in the virus stitch because it goes so quickly. I
Yeah,
really like it. So
I love the Vara stitch. I think it's beautiful.
me too. It looks so fancy and it's actually pretty easy. For those of you who haven't tried the virus stitch, try it. It's actually double crochets, chains and double crochets. It looks really complicated, but it's
It
not.
it's not because
It's not at all.
I was a little intimidated at first
Me
with
too. Me too.
and
I looked that first time. I was like, oh, I don't know. End up being super easy stitch. So
it really isn't hard.
no.
Let's see. We have Inherited that joined us. Hi, Inherited. How are you doing
Yay.
today? And yeah, Nana Kathleen, it's the I think it's called post virus shawl or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. The post fire shot. Here, let me hold on a second. Let me show you. See, in this part, okay, you got your normal virus stitch. And then in this part, it's post stitches, which I don't like doing post stitches because I always mess up. Every single time I messed up and I don't notice it until afterwards. And I thought, I'm just going for it. If there's a couple messes up, so what? I'm human, right? So
Most of the time, boo boos disguise themselves. Most of
yeah.
the time, but like we know they're there, and it drives us crazy.
And
But
I frog and frog. If I catch them right away, I'll frog. But if I don't catch them right away, I'm not frogging all that. There's no way. I'm not doing it.
and
Nope.
like I said, other people usually don't notice the mistakes.
No, just other people that crochet, they go, oops.
Let's see. Joanne Dolan says she's working on granny squares for her blue stored Afghan.
Oh, that
Awesome.
sounds pretty. Blue star. I love blue anything.
And she's drinking water. Yeah, I saw that Inherited that YouTube's taking away the ability to hide your subscriber count. Yeah, at the
Why
end
would
of
you?
the month. For what I read, because they say that it tends to be like I think like spammers and stuff that tend to do it. I don't know.
I don't understand all this stuff. I'm new to this. So why would you want to hide subscribers?
Well, I have mine hidden because the reason I do it is I'm trying to take the focus off of it being about the numbers.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, I
Where
don't. Yeah, I never thought about it like that. Yeah.
because I try not to make it, I try not to be like subscribe to me, subscribe to me, subscribe to me because,
Yeah, me either. I don't either, unless I'm doing giveaways. I flatly refuse. This is a controversy going on right now, and when it comes to my giveaways are for my subscribers. I give away big boxes of yarn, and I'm not, they're for my subscribers because I appreciate them. I'm not gonna, just because somebody's flipping through, YouTube, wanting to enter all the giveaways. If you're not subscribed to me, I'm not going to send it to you. And I don't know if that sounds mean or what. I just feel like that's my way of giving back to everybody that's given to me. You know, that's the whole purpose, right? Is to
in
give
a
to other
lot
people.
of aspects, but one thing that I find that happens is people will subscribe to you just for the giveaways.
Oh,
And
yeah.
and then some of them will unsubscribe afterwards.
But so what? It's your job to keep them.
But the thing is that like I don't make it a requirement anymore to be subscribed to my channel for giveaways. But really, most people still subscribe.
Yeah, I imagine that's true.
So,
With me being a new channel though, and trying to build things up, I'm sure after a while it won't matter. You know what I'm saying? But in the beginning stages, I'm trying to build a family here.
because it's
I
one
think
of
I'm
those
accomplishing that.
it's one of those things where, I mean, because I used to make it a requirement to be subscribed to me, but there's a lot of people that don't like it because you can come off being too pushy, and you can start sounding like a salesperson, that you care more about your numbers than your
I
viewers.
understand that, but I don't mention it any other time. I don't say subscribe, what, I don't do that on all my videos. I only do it on the giveaway videos, so, and it's one time at the end as being one of the rules. So I don't feel that I'm being pushy, but everybody to, to their
That's
own,
how I feel like you do some
Exactly. You do you. I mean, people know me, at least I hope they do, well enough to know that number one, I'm not a pushy person and I don't care about all them numbers and all this. I started this to give away yarn, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I just think it's awesome. The whole concept of YouTube is just so awesome, and honestly, other than doing tutorials, I've never really paid attention much to, following other people's tutorials. Never paid that much attention to YouTube. So this whole thing is new to me,
but for me, I just I try to put my focus on my content and my
Oh, for
getting to know
sure.
my viewers, and I don't want anyone to feel like they're a number to me.
Oh, yeah, for
So
sure. Well, they're not just numbers to me. I mean, their support is just amazing. Just everybody, the channels, the people, it's just amazing to me.
and
Like I
and
said 100 times, I never thought nobody'd want to listen to my old scratchy voice.
and another reason why I also started hiding my subscriber count is because, like, sometimes as content creators, you start comparing yourself to other content creators. Like
Yeah, it
this
becomes a
person's growing.
competition or something. Yeah.
Yeah, like this person's growing
Yeah.
faster than me. What am I doing wrong? Or vice
Well,
versa.
you can look at that on the flip side too, is like if someone's growing faster than you, what are they doing right?
Hmm.
Because we fall into a groove. You get into this rut and you just keep putting out the same old, people get bored, right? So if you see someone who's growing quickly or whatever, take a look and see, what they're doing different. Look at it from I always look at the positive, it's like, wow, what is this person doing that I'm not doing? Or, I already know what everybody's doing that I'm not doing, and that's tutorials, and I'm still working on it.
That's
I
the
know
hardest
everybody's doing.
thing. It's tutorials.
Oh my gosh, it is so intimidating and so scary, you know?
But
It's like one wrong move and I'm going to mess up somebody's whole project and they're not going to like me from that day forward, you know?
but for me, I just find that, like, because some people will start comparing themselves to others, and I don't want,
Yeah.
I don't want someone to feel like, you know, in that category. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. You don't want anybody to feel intimidated or jealous or, whatever. I agree. But you know what? I never look at anybody's numbers. I know that sounds silly. I mean, I really don't. It's like I watch and follow the people I follow. I honestly don't think I've ever looked at anybody's numbers but Crystal's. I always look at Crystal's like, wow, that's amazing, So I do know that she's at 700 and something thousand, shooting for that million. That I do know. But everybody else is like, I have no idea how many subscribers you have, Cindy. You know what I'm saying?
But the funny thing is, it's about to be a mute point because
I
at the
called
end
you
of the
Cindy
month you
Connie.
can't buy it anymore.
I'm sorry. What did you say? I'm sorry.
I said at the end of the month there'll be a mute point though because you won't be able to hide it anymore.
Yeah, I guess so. And like I said, I don't, I have no idea how many subscribers anybody has. I really don't pay attention to that. To me, it's more about learning and sharing your own knowledge, That's what it's come to. In the beginning, it was just I wanted to get rid of all this yarn, and I thought it'd be a fun way. And now it's become, I want, if I know a little tidbit or something, I want to pass that on so other people have that same tidbit. That's the way I'm looking at it now. Is I learn from all of y'all, and maybe you learn a little something from me along the way. That's just the way. Yeah.
I always try to motivate people.
Oh yeah, for sure. You're very positive. I like that. I don't like the negative channels, you know what I mean. I like people that are more upbeat and smiling and laughing and telling jokes and that's the kind of people I want to watch. I don't want to watch somebody that's all humdrum and mad at the world. Just, I got enough of that in my life. I try to be positive.
Yeah, it's like I try to be as upbeat as I can, and
Oh, you always are. You're delightful. I love watching you.
thank
You're,
you.
you know, you really are. You make me smile, and that's what's important to me. Yeah, really. If someone makes me smile, I'm good with them.
Like I don't like drama on my
Me either.
channel,
Me neither. Don't want nothing to do with it. I'm just a really mellow Zen kind of person,
and I
in
I
my
try
in my life, let alone on YouTube. Good Lord. I
I
don't need
try
all
to
that now.
avoid controversial subjects.
Yeah, me too. No religion, politics, that no, I am not even gonna go there. I don't go there in my normal life with people. I ain't gonna go there on YouTube, which is my life too, because this is really me. you know, you try to be as authentic as you possibly can be.
Let's see, Joy saying she's sewing buttons on a cardigan that she knitted last spring. Ooh,
Oh,
nice. I'd love to see it whenever you get it all buttoned up.
oh yeah, me too. You know what I do instead of like making buttonholes or whatever? I just put a snap on the back, put a button, put a snap on the other side, done deal. You know?
One thing, with that Max Demortion, the pattern that I tested for Crystal.
Uh-huh.
Well, she said it was okay that if I used buttons instead of the safety eyes. And I didn't think about this, but whenever like I'm going to attach the buttons at the very end, I'm like, how do I get these on? Because it's all sewed up. And she was like, you should have sewed them before you closed it.
There you go.
but but I had like the clear thread. So I found a way where I was able to attach and then you can't see the thread.
Oh, that's good. Hey, I'm the queen of snaps and Velcro, you know what I'm saying? Makes life a whole lot easier.
Let's see, Nana Kathleen says she's made a virus baby blanket.
I
Ooh.
have some baby stuff to make. I'm going to be a great grandma in October.
Ooh,
So I got a great
congratulations.
grandbaby coming. I know. I'm so excited. It's a little boy, and his name is Clayton.
Aw.
Yes, I'm very excited. So I got to get my butt moving on little boy stuff.
And Joanne says she's done several virus shawls. And let's see, we have Anvita and Connie that joined us.
Hi, everybody.
Let's see if that's everybody. I think so. How are y'all doing? And what are y'all working on? Yeah, and Inherited says, I think people steal channels and then hide the count to trick people. Yeah, because I had read something because I was trying to find out why YouTube was doing away with that.
They steal. Oh, I see. They make a fake channel or
Or
something.
steal someone else's channel. I don't I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand all this stuff, but that's just terrible.
So Joanne, you can't see Inherited's post. Is that what you mean? Or her subscriber count? Let's see. And here it says, yeah, I want to hide mine so I don't get stressed or discouraged. And really, sometimes I kind of wish YouTube wouldn't show it at all, like make it visible at all. That way, there wouldn't be that like competition. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like I said, I don't pay attention to people's numbers. So other than Crystal's, I've noticed hers, but I really don't pay a whole lot of attention to it. So I don't know. I guess I'm a weirdo. I don't pay attention to stuff like I ain't in competition with nobody. If people come to my channel, great. If they don't, I don't, either way, I'm going to be here.
Let's see. In here it says she just wants the community tab.
I know. I was so excited when I got mine. I use it all the time.
And you know what's funny is it's like I wanted mine so bad because I wanted a place to be able to, like, if I had to cancel my live, I could post it there, stuff
Right.
like that. And it's like I was trying to get to 1,000 subscribers to get it because that was when it was 1,000 subscribers. Then they changed it to 500. And it's like I just get it, and then I ended up reaching 1,000 subscribers.
Oh, geez.
So it really didn't make much of a difference for me. Less than a couple of days.
Aw. I was happy to see it was 500. It makes it a lot easier to communicate with people,
It does.
I like that. Yeah.
I think they should let you have it from the get-go.
Yeah, I think so too, because like you said, if you got to cancel a live or, I mean, I only do lives with everybody else. I've never done my own. My first one's going to be on the 23rd for my monetization party. So I don't know what it's like to have my own lives, but, to have to cancel a live or, to let people know, I'm sorry I didn't show up, I haven't seen you all week, but I had a death in the family or whatnot. I think that's important to be able to let, people know what's going on with you. And I agree with you. I think it should be right from the get-go,
Because it's like I like shouting out other channels on mine, or
Me
sometimes
too.
I'll share like certain information, like a tutorial. Like especially if someone asked a question about something and I find like a tutorial and I share it there.
Oh,
Or
yeah, that's a good idea.
sometimes patterns I'll share on there.
Well, see, I don't have tutorials or patterns, you know what I'm saying? But, I'll like, share other people's channels or sales, especially those little quickie sales. I like to share those on there, but especially like it for shout outs. There's a lot of people out there working real hard, and people don't even know they're out there. So when I find them, I try to, share the early love, man,
But yeah, like I'll share like other people's tutorials, sometimes their patterns. Like if I see a pattern I like, I'm like, oh, let me share this.
I didn't think about that. I thought someone might be upset if you shared their tutorial. I guess they wouldn't be, right? Because,
I wouldn't think so because it's really basically acting as a shout out to their channel.
yeah, that's true. I guess they wouldn't be. I never thought about it that way. I always thought, you don't touch anybody else's stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Because I mean,
But I guess you're right.
I'm not
Yeah.
claiming it as my own or nothing.
Right. And that shows respect for that other person's hard work as well. Yeah, that's a pretty cool idea. Never thought about that one. Thank you, Connie.
Let's see. Joanne's saying that she hears me talking to Inherited but can't see her. I don't know why that's going on.
That's really weird. It's almost like somebody's got something blocked or something. My hair's wet, so I apologize.
Okay, let's see. Inherited says, yep, I've seen new cross-stitch channels hit 1K followers within a week of their first upload. Here I am a year and a half later. And that's how it works sometimes.
Yeah, being in the right place at the right time or, whatever. I really don't understand the whole thing, to to be totally honest with you. You know, I'm such a greenhorn. That's terrible. I learn from y'all every day because I'm just such a greenhorn, but I'm starting to get the hang of things, you know. But yeah, it's weird how some channels will go just boom, they're at 1,000, and then others have been there for a long time and they're putting out excellent content. You know, I think those channels are the ones that need to be shared the most, you know, because it just seems almost unfair, you know. I don't know. But I guess YouTube kind of also too by this is what I'm gathering. Now you tell me if I'm wrong. If there's a lot of people that have watched your video, they'll put you in the regular feed. Like, you know, not
Sometimes that
notifications, but
happens.
regular feed, they'll put, you know, as a suggested video, you know. So I think a lot of times that boosts, you know, I think that's what happened with me. I think that I got put into that normal feed, you know. I don't know. I can't explain it. But I think it's kind of unfair, you know, because there's other people that have, you know, tons of tutorials and all kinds of stuff, and I don't, you know, not yet. I'm working on it, but you know, and I don't, and I think it's kind of unfair that their channel isn't more, you know. I don't know. Like I said, this is all new to me. I'm a greenhorn, so I hope I'm making sense at all about the whole deal. I don't know.
And Heritage says, I'm not jealous, just makes me feel like something's wrong with me and my channel. And I've had those feelings before. I'll be honest. You know, it's like, you know, I'm not jealous of the other person, you know, but it does sometimes, like when you see someone just really take off, you're like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah, but you know what? That's not it at all. Like I said, I think it has a lot to do with YouTube, you know, and who they put in the feeds and who they, you know, who they use as suggested videos and stuff. I think it has a lot to do with them. I really do. I think that's why my numbers went so fast. I really think that.
But
you know?
I try to focus on those that do like me and
oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Have fun with your channel. That's all you really can do.
Right. And I mean, you know, not everybody's gonna like you. You know, no matter how cool you are, no matter how nice you are, no matter how much content you have, no matter, you know, some folks are just not going to like you, and that's just the way it is. But that's in real life too. Do you care? No, you don't. You concentrate on the people that do like you or love you in your life or whatever. Those are the ones that, you know, that deserve to get your attention. You know, not the ones that don't like you.
But inherited, I'm an introvert too.
Oh, not me. I make 5 friends at Walmart. Sometimes I wish I wasn't such an extrovert, actually.
But the irony is, like in like real life, I'm very much an introvert. Now online, you can usually get me talking, but for some reason, like in person, I clam up.
Yeah, see, I'm an extrovert all the time. I think I'm quiet when you first meet me, just because I'm scoping you out. You know what I mean? Like, what kind of a person is this person, or whatever. You know, for a few minutes, and then other times not at all. But you know, if it matters, I'm listening for a minute. You know, so.
Let's see. We have Nisi that joined us. Suzanne. Let's see.
Hey,
Amanda.
Amanda.
Amanda. Let's
My hair's
see.
still wet.
Marie. I think that's everybody. If I missed anyone, I apologize. How are y'all doing and what are y'all working on? Let's see.
I just realized that it's kind of a mess behind me, isn't it? Maybe I should have put my camera somewhere else. Don't look at my mess.
Let's see. Kathleen says, I'll be a great grandmother in October and then again in December. These will be my first great grandchildren. Oh, congrats, Nana Kathleen.
Yeah, I'm going to be my first great grandchild's due in October as well. We'll have to celebrate, Nana Kathleen.
And Connie is working on a chevron blanket with Barcelona roving in white and pink.
Oh, I love Barcelona roving. Do you like that, Connie?
I haven't tried it.
No? Oh, it's a very nice yarn. I think they're discontinuing it.
Oh.
Because it was in the clearance. I can never remember where that is. I think Michael's. Yeah, Michael's, I think. But I think they're discontinuing it because they clearanced out a bunch. But maybe not. Just certain colors or something.
But I haven't tried that yet. But you know what?
Very pretty yarn.
It feels funny saying hi to another Connie. And what's funny is like whenever I was younger and stuff, the only other person that I knew of, well, her name was actually Constance, but they would call her sometimes Connie for short, was this one girl that whenever I was in like junior high with. But other than that, it was like I never really experienced other Connies until YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, my name is Deanna. Everybody calls me Dee, but my name is Deanna. I never my whole life met another Deanna, and I was at a birthday party for a friend of mine and met 4 in one night. There was 5 Deannas at this party. That was the weirdest thing. It was in my 30s. I'd never met another one. And all of a sudden, in one night, I met 4 at the party. So they had to, one was, I was always Dee Dee. Growing up, everybody called me Dee Dee. And as I got older, I switched it to D. I thought it sounded a little bit more mature than Dee Dee. So, well, whatever, But I like Dee Dee, but everybody started calling me Dee. So there was me, I was Dee Dee. There was D, Deanna F, Deanna O, Deanna, they had to do that at the party because there was 5 Deannas there. It was really weird. What are the odds on that,
In junior high, I had 3 friends that I hung out with the name Jennifer. Like one of them we tended to call Jennifer, one Jen, one Jenny. And the irony is that I was almost named Jennifer.
Oh, wow. And you had 3 friends. That would have been 4 of y'all hanging out. Yeah. See, I wasn't friends with these other Deannas. I just met them at that party,
Because
I did actually become friends with one, but
my parents were going to call me Jennifer because my grandma, her name was Jenny. But the funny thing is my grandma didn't want me named Jennifer. So
I know they were going to call me Anna, and my dad didn't like it. So my mom put D in the front of it and Deanna, and he was okay with that. So,
but yeah, that would have been something for Jennifers.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Let's see. Let me skim some of the comments. I'm getting behind. Yeah, that is one thing, Nisi. There are fake subscribers for some, and that is against YouTube's terms of service.
What do you mean by fake subscribers? Like
they're bots.
They're robots? How do you know?
I got suspicious because like one channel would offer like with their membership so many subscribers in a month, and I kept I was like, how can they guarantee so many subscribers? And then I started talking to Frank and he started explaining it, and you can look online in their sites, but they're it's not real subscribers, and if you get caught, YouTube will probably.
Why would you? I don't understand why you would want to
make them look like they have more subscribers.
Oh, okay. I see that. Back to the competition stuff with folks and whatever.
And if someone thinks you're more popular, they're more likely to subscribe to you.
Okay, I get you.
But that is a big no-no, because if you get caught.
Yeah, I imagine they'd throw you off of YouTube, At least you would think. Isn't that something? There's always a scam. You know what I'm saying? For everything.
I don't understand that. because
maybe I don't even think that way. You know what I'm saying?
You're putting all this money into your channel, and a lot of times it's like people are doing it so they can get monetized, and it's not like it takes quite a while to make money with YouTube, you know?
Yeah. I just don't understand, folks. There's just a scam for everything, I think. You know, with all the technology and everything, all the young folks are figuring out ways to scam everything. It's crazy. Why anybody would want, I don't get that. I mean, I get, you know, we talk about paying attention to numbers, you know. Of course, I was paying attention to numbers because I wanted to get my community tab, and then I wanted to get monetized. And I used to get hurt feelings if, like, I'd go to bed and I had, you know, 430, and I'd go to bed next morning, I had 127 or 427. You know, what did I say or do that made those three people leave? But you know what I'm saying. In the beginning, I was really paying attention to that. And like you said, now I've gotten to a point where, you know, not everybody's going to like you. And those that do like you will come see you, you know, and those that don't like you won't. And so what?
And that's one thing, like those of y'all that have channels, and especially those that have newer channels, expect the fluctuations.
Yeah. Like I said, I at first thought I got all offensive, like, oh man, you know, what did I do? You know, and 3 people left last night, and I know what I said or did, you know.
And some of the theories are that sometimes they'll take people away to check them out, and then sometimes give them back.
Oh, YouTube will do it. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, or like that's why a lot of people say that you really need to leave a comment and watch, like, you know, so long of the video, because it does seem like if people don't, it gets taken away from their count.
Wow.
And sometimes I suspect, like, if someone hasn't watched the channel in a while, that they do it too. No one really knows for sure, but like, I mean, you can tell sometimes. It's like there's no way that, you know, that many people unsubscribe from your channel, and especially like that quickly.
Yeah, I know. Like I said in the beginning, I would get all worried, like, wow, what did I say? What did I do? You know, I lost 3 people overnight, you know. And now I start realizing, you know, some people, like you said, just subscribe for the giveaway. And I do a lot of giveaways. You know, I do a lot of giveaways. So there's probably people there just for the giveaways. I get that, you know. And you know, maybe they're unsubscribing because the giveaway's over, you know. Or, you know, like I said, you know, you don't talk about religion and politics and all that stuff. So you try not to offend anyone because everybody's entitled to their opinion, you know, but not everybody's opinion is your opinion, you know. So, you know, you just, you know, you try to keep things at a, you know, even thing, so you're not offending anyone or stepping on anybody's toes or whatever. You know, it's like I would love to start doing lives, but I'm scared to death I'm gonna, you know, post a live and somebody over here's got a live going, and I'm, you know, I just don't know when to do it, you know. So you just got to be careful, you don't step on nobody's toes or offend anyone or any of that kind of stuff. And I mean, that's just normal life for me, you know. I don't try to offend anyone or whatever. So if you're just being you, yeah, if you're just being you, you should be okay. That's the way I look at it, you know.
I don't try to offend anyone, you know.
Of course not. Yeah. You know, just be you, you know. I don't know why that's so hard. Just be you.
Let's see. Amanda's asking your name. This is D with I'm trying to remember your
D's
channel name.
Creative Hands Crochet.
I always have trouble remembering the whole thing.
Well, that's because it's so long. And I'll tell you why. I've had a business for about 15, 20 years called D's Creative Hands. And the reason for that is I paint and weave baskets and weave rugs and embroider and cross. I mean, I just macrame, quilting. And I used to do all the fairs, you know, all the fairs in my area. And I sold some on Marketplace and I sold some on Facebook. And, you know, I've had a Facebook page for a few, probably 6-8 years, whatever, where I was selling my other stuff. And so I had to put crochet on the end of that to just, distinguish it from my other stuff. So, that's why I put on my Facebook, it's like Dee's Creative Hands Crochet, etc. Because if you look further back, you're going to see painted things and macrame and beads and, so they want to confuse people, but it ended up making my name so doggone long, It's like, ah.
It was funny is like, I'll remember ports of channel names, and it's like, but I'll like certain words, I'm like, I can't remember the whole thing.
Yeah. Right here, what I'm good for is I'm good for forgetting that person's real name. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll say, hi, Dee. And I always got to go, hi. And I'll say a part of their name because I don't remember what their real name is. And I think I need to make myself a cheat sheet, I mean, honestly, there's so many people that you talk to on a regular and, you may not know what their real name is and you don't, seem kind of goofy calling them their, channel name all the time. So,
but what's funny? Like I can like jot notes down, but then like it gets buried in my notes. So then by the time like the person comes back around, it's like I have no clue where I have their name at in my notes.
Forgot to read your notes. I write notes and forget to read my notes.
I mean, this is all like.
I know I really need to make myself a book like that and write down everybody's names and stuff because there's just so many people. And unless you talk to them, like I said, regularly, you're going to forget their name. And it's not from being rude or not caring. It's just there's a lot of people,
The more someone comes around, I remember their name better. But like someone could come around and then like they don't come around again for quite some time, and more than likely I forget their name.
Or that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
they come
and
around,
then you feel rude. You feel rude because you don't remember someone's name, or
but
I don't know.
I think a lot of people are like that though, because it used to be like you would feel funny asking someone what their name was, but I've kind of learned, a lot of times you're best just to ask them. What was, I can't remember your name. What is it?
I know, like I said, I'm making me a list because, I mean, right from the get-go, I called you Cindy. I mean, I know your name's Connie. Where did that come from?
I get called Cindy a lot.
It's because your name starts with a C, and there's a lot of Cindys on YouTube, too.
And I think, too, like me and Cindy with Pups and Crochet are good friends.
I love her. She's so funny.
So I think that's where some of it comes from, too.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it very well could be. Another thing, too, is I was doing a collab with you at the same time I was doing a collab with her. You guys is kind of overlapped. And that may be why I called you Cindy in the beginning. It's like, oh, I'm great with faces. Terrible name.
Let's see. Nisi says she's finishing up another amigurumi cow. Ooh, cute.
Oh, one of these days I'm going to do that amigurumi, doggone it. I got everything to do it. I got kits. I got yarn for it. I got books and I have not touched it. I love your little gnomes, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
They are so doggone cute. I'm like, oh, that is so cool. Yeah, I love those.
I've gotten on a gnome kick, and really, I probably will be going back to gnomes again soon. Because there's this pattern on Etsy that I want to get. Let me see if
I would like to have one for each holiday. That's what I would like.
I want to try to do that eventually.
Yeah.
Let me try to find the pattern I want to get next. This one's so cute. Okay. Let me share screen. Isn't this adorable?
Oh, it sure is.
It's a raspberry gnome crochet pattern.
I thought it was strawberry. It's raspberry. I love the piggy tails.
There is one for strawberry. Let me pull that one up.
You got them all saved.
Yeah, I bookmark them or put them.
Here,
Or
I'm going to show you my gnome. I don't think I've ever showed you. This is the one and only amigurumi I've ever done, and it came in a kit from Annie's. Oh, that's adorable.
That's another
I
one.
like that one. Hold on, I'm going to grab my gnome.
That's another one I want to get. There's so many cute gnome patterns on Etsy.
See, this is my gnome. Can you see it? Let me see.
Hold on, let me get back to the
wrong
screen.
way. There we go.
Oh, that is cute.
Yeah, see, he's, I'm Irish, so, he's got to be Irish. So, but, this was an Annie's kitten. It's a door stopper, and it has 5 pounds of rice in it. So this little sucker's heavy. But let me tell you the funny story. I did, all of this, and, you're supposed to make these little balls for the nose and for the hands and for the feet. And I thought, oh, Lord, I'm not doing that. So I put beads instead. See?
Aww.
And I made little piggy toes.
That's cute.
Isn't it funny? And I made little thumbs with a little bead. And even his nose is a bead. Because I didn't even want to attempt to do that little circle.
Actually, the nose isn't hard to make.
No. Seems like all them circles, balls that you have to put up. I don't know. It just makes me nervous. Gives me the hives.
Let's see. We have Zola that joined us.
Hi.
VJ Sally. Let's see.
Hi, everybody.
I think Laura Lee. I think that's everybody. How are y'all doing today, and what are y'all working on? And Nisi had to go. I hope you have a good day, Nisi.
Bye, Nisi. Have a good day.
Let's see. Let's see. I like that. YouTube giveth and YouTube taketh away. Yep.
Right.
And a lot of times I find like you'll get, like, say you gain like 2 or 3 new subscribers, you can pretty much guarantee within a couple of days it'll drop like 1 or 2.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I was kind of paying attention, big time in the beginning because I was trying to get to that 500, and I was really paying attention. I would get hurt feelings and everything. And finally I said, you know what? I'm not looking at these numbers anymore. When I reach a certain part, a certain number, I'm going to have a giveaway. I did my milestone giveaways and, I'm going to have a giveaway and, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to sweat over it fluctuating, And I'd always wait, like, say I was going to have a 400 subscriber giveaway. I'd always wait till I got to like 420, to have that giveaway because it fluctuates so much. You just don't know, So.
Everyone's loving your gnome.
Thanks. I know it was definitely a labor of love, that one. I was like, oh boy. But I get the Annie's kits and I get Mary Maxim kit every month. And they always got something really cute in there. And I just fell in love with it. Well, theirs had those little circles instead of the buttons. And it also had daisies on its hat. And I put 4-leaf clovers instead. Me, I've got to change everything I do at some point or another, I make all kinds of people's stuff and then I switch it all up. So I don't know.
I've done it where I take one part of one pattern, combine it with a part of another pattern, combine with a part of another pattern.
Yeah, exactly. Or I'll take a stitch. I say, oh, that stitch is really pretty. Well, I want to make so-and-so's sweater with this stitch, or you know what I'm saying? Just so you get the, because I do a lot of wearables. So I want the construction of it. How do you make the sleeves? How do you make the neckline? Whatever. I need that part, but, not necessarily the, I always make things longer or whatever, I'm always switching things up.
We also have Jeannie that joined us. Hi, Jeannie. How are you today? And what are you working on?
By the way, I wanted to say, I'm sorry I didn't advertise that we were going to be live today. On a normal basis, I do, but, with my aunt passing and whatever, I've been a little preoccupied. But normally I advertise on my community tab and whatever. And I apologize. I wasn't able to do that this time. So
it's all cool.
well, I like to promote it, and I didn't get a chance to do that.
Let's see. Laura Lee's working on a baby blanket. She needs to block a shawl in 2/8 and send a picture. Yes. Yeah. For those that don't know, my live on Monday, I will be talking about number 2 weighted yarn. And if y'all have any projects that y'all made with number 2 weighted yarn,
right now.
That's and these are right projects you could have made at any time. It don't have to be like something you just made. You can send those pictures in and I'll show it on a little video on the live.
And I made this 2 out of 2 weights.
Ooh, that's pretty.
It's a beach cover up I made out of Crystal's Bag of Days shawl. But I made it big enough so it's like a big towel. You can wrap around you a couple times,
But yeah,
that's 2/8. I got all kinds of things 2/8. I like 2/8, so I make a lot of
pictures. And I am asking that y'all get the pictures to me by the end of day today, because tomorrow I'm going to work on preparing for the live. I'm putting that video together, so I want to make sure I have the pictures in enough time.
Boy, my nail polish has had better days.
And also, after this live, well, I'll probably eat first, but I will be filming my Knitting Friday video and then getting that uploaded. So that should come out later today. I know I'm late. Better late than never.
That is true. I love knitting. I think it is absolutely beautiful. But honestly, I love to crochet so much. I just don't even have a desire to learn how. But I appreciate everybody else's. Like, I love to look at it. And it's just, it's so different than crochet, I really like the stitches. Like, even my Addy machine, making the hats, the stitches are so pretty. So uniform and so pretty. But you can do a lot of stuff with knitting that, you can't with crochet and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a completely different art. That's for sure.
Yeah, like I said, I find there's purpose with both of them. Certain things, awesome with crochet. Other things are awesome with knitting.
I love knitted stuff. Love it. But it's gonna be one of those things. If I want it, I'm gonna have to go out and buy it, because I'm not gonna. I can still wrapping my head around all this stuff. Let alone try to throw something new in the mix. Lord have mercy. You'd find me over in the corner going, blah, blah, blah.
Let's see. Jeannie says she's not working on anything right now, trying to finish up some of these whips I have already.
I hear you. I've got a bunch too.
Kathleen's working on baby blanket and 1 weight Egyptian baby cotton. Ooh,
pretty.
Nice. And let's see. Jeannie says, I'm fixing to do a crochet along, doing a table runner using that stitch D. It will start on August 1st.
Oh, this like spider stitch? Is that what she's talking about?
Stitch.
I know, isn't it pretty? That's just a beautiful stitch. Yeah, I love that stitch. This is the one and only thing I've made with that stitch. But I think I would like to have maybe like a long duster sweater with that stitch. I'll probably end up doing that sometime soon. So.
Awesome. Laura Lee says, I may not have the shawl block, but I have a top too. Ooh.
She's been a busy girl.
And Zola says, wants to know if you do any Tunisian crochet.
I bought a couple Tunisian hooks. Actually, a lot of Tunisian hooks. I got all these ones with the wires on them. I don't know what you call that. But anyways, I got all the stuff to do it, just like the amigurumi, but I haven't sat down to do it. Once I get all these whips caught up, I want to teach myself Tunisian. That's my number one goal. After I get all the whips, is to do a little bit of Tunisian and amigurumi. Those 2 things are on my to-do list. Definitely.
my goal was to learn Tunisian this year, and hopefully I do so. But I do plan to do my temperature blanket next year in Tunisian, so I at least have to learn that stitch next year. But yeah, Amanda had gotten me a set for Christmas. But it's like I get distracted. It's like I want to learn, but then like a pattern distracts me. It's like, oh, I gotta make this, and then I take
I
a deep.
know. Me, like I told you, I had no intentions of making this bod shawl. I'm sitting at the kitchen table. I'm like, I got that fancy yarn that I got at, I went to Michigan Fine Yarns, my favorite local yarn shop. Beautiful stuff, huge place. Anyway, they have online stuff and all that too. But anyways, I went there and I got this yarn on clearance, and me and sparkle and bling bling and all that. I was like, oh, that is so beautiful. So I bought it, but I had to wait for a special project. I'm sitting at the table the other day drinking coffee, like day before yesterday. I'm like, I seen that come across, that Crystal had that pattern. I was like, that's what I'm gonna do. I come in here, grabbed it, went in there, said, start doing it. I got all these whips I should be doing. I started another project.
I still need to finish that shawl. It was a Bonnie Bay crochet one. Um, I had run out of yarn, and I don't have
Oh,
much left to do on it. And
I hate
I had ordered the yarn, which this one took longer to come in because I had to wait for them to restock. And
that.
then when
Oh
it came
no.
in, I keep forgetting about it.
You know what happened to me with that duster? I made it with ridiculously expensive yarn. Okay. It was one of those deals where it was either my birthday or something, and Mark let me buy it, and it was $50 a hank. Ridiculous, right? Well, I get almost done and run out. So I had to go buy another $50 hank to finish that duster. So now I've got $125 into it. It's like, that was not a smart move. I should have had that more. If I'd have followed someone's tutorial, I'd have known exactly how much yarn I needed. But instead, I have to go off and do my own thing. And not with that kind of yarn. I learned a lesson there.
Yeah, I
That
know.
won't happen again.
One of my knit shawls that I made, that it was some Mary Maxim Prism yarn that I used,
Oh, I love that.
and I think I had maybe 20 stitches left to do, and I ran out of yarn. I had to order another one.
Oh,
And it's
God,
like you
I
just
hate that so much.
and you just need a little bit, but yet you got to get
A whole, yeah, you have to buy a whole hank or skein or whatever, and regardless of the price, you got to buy it. You might have got it on sale, and it's no longer on sale now. Well, I learned a big lesson with that duster, though. It ended up costing me $1 million to make that thing.
but it's beautiful.
It is beautiful. I agree. I love it. Am I tooting my own horn by saying that? But I do. I love it. It turned out really well, and it fits me good, and I like the way it looks. But it's one of those things where you're not going to wear it unless you're going out somewhere fancy. It's not something I'm going to wear around the house. Too fancy for that.
Let's see. We have Dorla that joined us. Hi, Dorla and Jennifer. How are
Hi,
y'all
everybody.
doing? And what are y'all working on? And Jennifer, if you type the word drop in the chat, Nightbot will automatically drop your channel link.
What's the name of her channel?
What's that?
What's the name of Jennifer's channel?
Let's see. Dinky Crafts Jennifer.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that goes for anybody. If you type the word drop, Nightbot will automatically drop your channel link. Let's see. VJ says her Tunisian hooks don't have wires. Yeah, mine don't either.
Well, I'll show you. I got so many different kinds. Mark's always buying me big, people pass away or something, and their family's selling all their stuff. And I've got things I don't even know what they are. Like, just stuff. Like I got these ones, with just, like a stopper here. And then I got these ones. I think I'm dropping them everywhere as usual. I'm a klutz.
That's pretty much how mine look.
And then I got these kind. They have a bamboo end on them, all different sizes. And it's like a tube, like a plastic tube, you know, with the...
Yeah. You see,
I've not tried any of them yet. You know, they're in here. I intend on it, but I have not tried them yet. So... And then I got these two-ended ones. What's the deal with that?
That cord is used to catch stitches. That's why, like with knitting, like if you do big projects like blankets and shawls and stuff, it's you really need the circular needles, which is what has that cord. That way, there's enough room for all your stitches.
Now, what is this for? Does anybody know? It's got a hook on either end. I got several of these, and I don't know what they're for.
I've seen that before, but I can't remember.
Well, good. I'm not the only one that doesn't know what it is. It's weird, huh? I got several of those. I have no idea what they're for.
Unless it is Tunisian. But I don't know why it has a hook on both sides. Oh. The only thing I can think, like I know in knitting you have your double pointed needles. Maybe there's some reason you need the double pointed.
Yeah,
or
I don't know.
With a double hook.
Yeah, that's it. If anybody out there knows what those are for, let us know. Neither one of us know.
Let's see.
And here, look at this giant one. There's another one. I mean, it's just huge.
Inherited says, I wish it was easier to find long Tunisian crochet hooks for smaller projects. Now, they do have.
Look how little this one is. Is she talking about the width of this or the size of the hook?
That is a good question. I was thinking the size, like the length.
Yeah. I think the shortest one I got is this one. What is this? Oh, this one looks like a knitting needle. Looks like a knitting needle on the end. Can you see? Yeah, it's a hook. That's the shortest one I have. That's probably what? Let's see. 6-8 inches long. That's the shortest one I got in this bunch.
Now I do know Amazon has Tunisian crochet hooks. Because Zola's saying she's only found one size at Michael's. You might want to look on Amazon. And let's see, we have
That's where I got them ones with the tubes. I figured I would teach myself with them.
We have Leela, I'm getting tongue-tied. Leela that joined us. Hi, Leela. How are you today? And what are you working on? And also Ashley, too. How are you, Ashley?
Hi,
and Jennifer says, I'm knitting my first do-rag. Then I want to crochet one. Awesome.
See, you guys know how to do both.
Yeah, VJ saying her Tunisian hooks look like knitting needles. Yeah, I find they look like kind of a combination of knitting needles and crochet hooks.
Yeah, that one's got a knitting needle end on it, Like I said, Mark buys me like these big hauls, that, people are selling on Marketplace or whatever. And along with that comes a lot of tools and stuff and books and all kinds of stuff. That's why I got so many vintage books. But I get all these weird hooks like the double-ended one. I have no idea what they're for. But I put them in my little carousel over here that I have. And I figure one day I'll figure it out, or someone will tell me what it's for. And if I don't want it, then I'll stick it in a giveaway. There's other people who knows what they are,
And Zola saying, I found the long hooks that Dee showed. I learned something new. I didn't know these hooks came double dawing the wires. Yeah, I know they have it where like you kind of have that stopper at the end and they're long. And I know they have the ones with the cords.
Now there's some with wires, but these ones got like tubes. Do you see?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know if there's a difference, but it looks like the smaller the hook, the smaller the tube. Like, see,
No,
I always go the wrong way. See how thin that is in comparison to, these other
no.
ones.
One thing that I learned from experience with the knitting circulars, you want to make sure that that tubing or like kind of wire is sturdy. Um,
Seems
because
like it is.
I have gotten some really cheap circular knitting needles, and that tubing where it connects to the needle started like breaking.
Well, this looks secure, but I haven't used it. They look pretty secure.
So that's where like when it comes to
Right. Oh my goodness, what a mess you would have if that came loose right in the middle of, oh my Lord. You'd
it
have a
happened
big
to
old
me.
mess.
It's like luckily none of the stitches slipped, and I was able to kind of like push it down or like tape it
Yeah.
where until I got
Wow.
my new set in. But yeah,
Oh.
and
See,
that's
that's the
one.
thing about knitting that intimidates me, is if you drop one little stitch, you got to run that goes all the way down and ruins all your work. That
But there's
that
a way to fix
intimidates me.
it.
It's like, oh, I would
There's a
cry.
way to fix it, and I have tutorials on how to fix it in garter stitch and stockinette stitch.
Yeah, where you take a crochet hook and pull it through and pull it through and pull it through. Yeah, that's how you fix it on the Addy machine. But when it comes to the fancier stitches,
Lifelines,
what do you,
lifelines.
yeah, like what do you do at that point?
Basically, now you're still gonna lose some progress, but it depends. Like sometimes you might do it like every 6 rows or something. And especially you find you're struggling more, you might want to do the lifeline like every other row. Like if you keep finding that you're messing up.
And what is this lifeline? It's something to keep it from happening. It's like
Yeah, it catches the stitches. And say you mess up, then you basically you take it off the knitting needles. You go back to where the lifeline is because it won't let you go past that. And then all the
oh,
stitches on the lifeline, you put them back on the needle, which is still a pain, but
oh
you don't
wow,
lose all
okay.
your work.
Now is this lifeline, is that a stitch or is it a little tool or something that
Like a piece of yarn.
oh okay, almost like a stitch marker effect. You would put the
Yeah, you cut like a big piece of yarn and you thread it through. Now what I like is like some of the interchangeable circular knitting needles. A lot,
uh-huh.
like some of them will have the hole on the needle, and that's the method I like to use, where you thread it through that hole, and you do your row. Then after you finish the row, you push it down past it, and it goes through all the stitches.
Oh, okay. See, I learned something. I didn't know you could do that with knitting.
I'm gonna try to remember to post a couple of tutorials I find on YouTube on my community page on Lifelines.
That's kind of a cool thing to know. I imagine knitters know about it, but that's kind of a cool thing for somebody who's just beginning, you
But you
know.
know what's funny? I never used a Lifeline until the Haruni shawl that I just made.
Well, like I said, you get into all them fancy stitches, you don't want that to happen to you. That would just break my heart if I worked so hard on something and all these fancy stitches and then boom, one little run ruins the whole thing before I can stop it. Oh, all that work down the tubes. Oh,
Let's see, we have Teresa Kivia that joined us and Janice.
hi, everybody.
Seeing if anyone else joined us. How are y'all doing and what are y'all working on? Oh, also Lori joined us too, and Patty.
Hi, everybody. Boy, it's nice to see y'all.
Hopefully, I haven't missed anybody. Okay, I think I got everybody. So I always feel bad, like, if I miss somebody, it's like you try to catch everybody to greet them, But every
Yeah,
now
like I said, I've never done a live. I've always been on other people's lives. And on the 23rd, I'm doing my first one. I'm nervous because I know I'm not going to see everybody and being my first time and all. So
sometimes I'll catch it, like whenever I go through the comments again, like I'll tend to kind of scroll down to look for people that joined us. And then
yeah,
and sometimes I'll notice I missed somebody that way. But like I said, if I ever miss greeting you, it's not intentional.
I think you're pretty good at it.
Oh, thank you.
You got this live stuff down pat.
Okay, Teresa's saying something about, oh, D's hook is for Tunisian in the round.
Tunisian in the round.
Yeah.
Oh, all right then.
Okay, let's see. VJ
I knew it had something to do with Tunisian, but I just wasn't sure. Like you would go one way and then you'd want to. I don't know. I have to think about this.
VJ says those with the hooks on both ends, that's for double-ended crochet. You turn your work. Kelly Crochet's Adventures makes dishcloths with them.
Okay. See, I've never seen them before. It's all new to me.
Leela says that she wants to go get her some Tunisian hooks with cords.
You know what? I bought these super cheap on Amazon. I mean, this is a whole good size set. I don't know how many's here. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. I've got 13. Yep, that's all of them. 13 of them in that thing in there. And it also came with a set of just straight bamboo. I think they were like 10, 12 bucks. They were the cheap kind. I did that on purpose because, I want to check it out and see if I like to do it. If I like to do it, I'll get more expensive hooks.
And Jana says, I think it's called an Afghan hook. Yeah, that's another name for the Tunisian
hook.
And let's see. Everyone's greeting each other. Oh, Kiwi is saying you can make your own Tunisian crochet hooks.
Yeah.
And Leela says, I'm working on another sober granny blanket for grandson. Yeah, I still need to share the patterns that I have to share today. I have that left due in the pattern giveaway.
Oh boy. See, we get gabbing, Connie. That happens every time.
I know this live went fast.
I know, we get gabbing, we forget.
Zola says she's working on her first do-rag from Granny D's channel.
Okay, it looks like I've got 4 of those with the double hooks. A couple of really long ones. One short one. Well, it's good to know what they are anyway, huh?
And Lori says her Tunisian hooks are corded bamboo hooks. Ooh.
Yeah, that's what these ones are. Corded bamboo. Gotta give them a try, if I end up liking it and these are, fall apart like Connie was saying, or cheaply made, I'll get some better ones. But I want to make sure I like it before I go, hog wild and buy some fancy stuff,
And Laura Lee says a double hook is for a Tunisian hook. You can work 2 colors at a time and make stripes. Ooh.
Oh, that's a cool idea.
Kivia, if you type the word drop in the chat, Nightbot will automatically drop your channel link. And that goes for everybody that wants their channel link dropped. Yeah, Zola says I worry about losing or missing stitches when knitting too. And this is one thing. When it comes to knitting, when you first start, you're going to have drop stitches. You just got to accept it. And the more experience you get, you learn how to prevent them.
I guess that goes with anything like, crochet and the crooked edges. When you first start out and every edge is crooked, it's not a straight edge. And after a while, you learn how to keep it straight. And yeah, I guess that's with anything. I would just be heartbroken though if I, made something all fancy stitched and oh.
And I did make a video showing some helpful tips to help avoid getting dropped stitches. Um
Okay.
I I think it's under the playlist called like helpful knitting tips, something like that.
Oh, that's cool. That lifeline thing. I mean, there's probably a lot of people, I don't know because I don't know about knitting, but imagine there's a lot of people out there that knew nothing about that. It's a good thing to know. And if you've got some ways to prevent, some tips to prevent that, shoot, you know, I definitely would because I'd have a heart attack if something I made, special or whatever, and it all come undone. Oh,
And
and break
Kathleen
my heart.
saying, I had bought some inexpensive bamboo circular knitting needles for about $18 since learning to knit inexpensive. I thought best until I can afford better quality.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why spend all that money? Especially if you're just starting out doing something. You just start crocheting. You don't go out and buy a furls hook. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know if you like crochet. You got to get in there and find out if you like it.
But be careful getting too cheap though,
Oh, yeah.
because
Because
you
that
could.
can ruin your enthusiasm for it for sure.
And another thing too is, it could actually end up costing you more money in the long run.
Yeah. So, like, middle of the road's probably the best.
But I got like the cheapest I could find for the circular off of eBay from China. So I had really cheap quality. But
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
those, like I said, were pretty cheap. And there's like a lot of stuff with it too. So I'm thinking, these are probably not very good quality.
and Leela, yeah, I do like sunflowers. They're one of my favorite flowers.
Yeah, I love sunflowers too. I got them planted all on the side of my house.
Awesome. I've taught some people some stuff about lifelines.
See, I told you. Those
and
are, those
and
are really valuable tips.
after the live, I will post some videos that I find on the subject on my community page. And if for some reason I forget, send me an email to remind me.
You're as bad as I am.
That's
I
why I
always
like.
say my file cabinets in my head are full. So I have to write notes because
And
this is all full.
I've even wrote notes, and after my live, I totally like forget.
Get shuffled away. Yeah.
Let's see. Joyce says she has two buttons to go. They are toggle buttons, and I have to sew through leather. Ooh.
I love toggle buttons. They're one of my favorites. I think they look so sharp, especially on a man's cardigan. I think they look really classy. But I mean, I like them for women too. I've got them on a bunch of things that I've made because I love toggle buttons.
And Zola's saying that when you go live, D, you really should get like a couple of moderators for your
Okay.
live.
All right. You're hired. You're hired.
My first live, I didn't have any moderators, and I didn't even really know about it really until like I think it was Dana with Triple C was like, saying it's like you really need to get moderators.
Yeah, I've been in a couple lives in the past couple weeks where, I was a spectator and weirdos come on there and post stuff and, inappropriate stuff and whatever. I mean, you just don't know.
Very fortunate with that.
I get an occasional on my giveaways where, call this number or whatever because you won, that crap that's been going on. And I get that occasionally, but I've been pretty lucky, as far as on my comments, not a whole lot of weirdos like that.
Now, I have gotten like I get on my comments. Like for a while there, it was the something dot something something something. those spam comments, then those seem to stop. Now it's the ones in Spanish.
Oh,
I get
yeah.
a
And you can
lot.
only understand one word that's on it. You know, if you don't read Spanish, you know, there's only one English word. And, you know, it's like girls or something like that. You know, oh, gosh, this is a weirdo, you know.
But as far as my lives go, I've gotten very few trolls. I've
Good
been
for
very
you.
fortunate. Now,
But,
I have
you know,
heard.
people report them like right away. And, you know, people keep doing that. Then they're going to have to find something better to do because they're not going to, whatever they're trying to achieve, which makes no sense to me. Why would they think a bunch of ladies crochet and want to look at pornography? You know, I'm sorry, is that going to mess up YouTube?
I
I mean, I don't
don't
understand
think
that, you know?
so.
I mean, I don't understand. Why would they think that? You know, why would they think we'd even be interested in that? Makes no sense. I mean, there's an appropriate time and place to advertise your garbage, you know? And this is definitely not it. This is not your forum, you
But
know?
I have heard that if you use Nightbot, you're not as likely to get many of them.
Oh,
Um,
really? That's good to know.
Now I know like Crystal, the Yorny Chicken and Crazy Cat Lady,
Uh-huh.
she used to not use Nightbot, and she was getting them like crazy. Like you would block them and they would come right back.
Oh,
They
wow.
they would hit her channel hard. Oh, look who wants to visit.
The kitty kitty.
She's
Oh,
spoiled.
that's a calico kitty. What's that one's
Yeah.
name?
This is Sophie.
Hi,
Say hi,
Sophie.
Sophie.
Hi, Sophie. I had a calico cat growing up. His name is Samantha. My kitty's name, her name is Miss Marbles.
Oh,
But she does not answer to that. She only answers to TT. So she made her own name up.
she just dropped
Uh-oh.
the she
Kitty
dropped my
damage.
mic.
Kitty damage.
She dropped my mic.
He's like, you're going to pay attention to me whether you like it or not.
But she ran off now.
I should just come in to do some destruction and leave, you know.
Mm, she loves knocking things over. Favorite pastime, knocking stuff over.
I know, why is that? All cats do that. I'll see my kitty should be sitting somewhere and all of a sudden she'll just take her paw and just knock something off. You know? Like, why?
I read something it has to do with, you know how animals like stalk like other things in the wild?
Uh-huh.
I've heard it has to do with that. I don't know. But she's horrible for Allie. Allie doesn't knock stuff over like Sophie does.
Yeah. Yeah, TT, she'll knock things over. Especially if she wants your attention. You
And
know.
Laura Lee saying it was helpful when you showed how to fix drop stitches. Oh, awesome.
Like
And
I said,
Lori says, I'm finishing up a tunic, then on to my first knitting project, a shawl. Ooh, nice. I get so excited when people say they're starting to learn knitting. Lori says, I didn't get good crochet hooks until after I had crocheted over 40 years.
oh jeez. She wanted to really make sure she liked it before.
Jennifer did the same as me. I bought my cheapy Chinese needles in a thrift shop. I do find you can't do magic loop with them because the plastic cable snaps. I'm glad I've also gotten better quality ones. Mm-hmm. That plastic thing, cable snaps.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like I said, I just wanted to try it out. And I got all these things that Mark brought home, you know, and I bought those just to try it out. I bought a couple furls ones because they were buy one, get one free or whatever. And so I've got all that stuff here. And I think that's the next thing I keep putting off amigurumi. I just keep I'm just nervous about all that, you know, all the little teeny tiny, I don't know. I'll get to it, but
Not that hard, and you most of the time you can use like like heavier weighted yarn, you don't have to go as small as most of the patterns recommend.
Oh, is that true? So like even if it calls for a 2-weight, you could use a 4-weight. It would just make
Mhm.
it bigger, right?
Yeah, and
Like the
increase the
object would
hook
be bigger.
size. That's what I did with some of my gnomes.
Oh, okay. Those are just so adorable. I just love them.
Kivia says I have a crochet hook fund.
She has a what?
A crochet hook fund. Lori says I have dogs. One would make a great linebacker. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and share those free patterns with y'all.
Would you
These are
mind if I ran to the restroom really quick?
That's fine.
Sorry, I just drinking all that soda and I'm old. I'll be right back.
These are all free crochet hat patterns using number 2 weighted yarn. So let me pull these up. The first one is called the Livia hat by Emma Zobel. And this is what this one looks like. I love the little like holes in it and how it kind of makes like a spiral. And here it is. Oh, they have beads on this one. And one thing I want to point out, this was a question that I had gotten earlier this morning, because someone was like, this is actually a free pattern, because if you see right here, it gives you the option to buy it now or visit pattern website. For the free version, you would click on visit pattern website. But the free version is going to have the ads. If you click on buy it now, that's where you purchase it, and that has no ads in it. But like this one is in a foreign currency, and if you go to the right side of the screen, you'll see like Ravelry download, C $1.50 CAD, and then right under it says about $1.20. So that tells you what it would be approximately in US dollars. And like say you wanted to purchase it, you would click buy it now, and then you just follow through from there. I just wanted to point that out. Okay, the next pattern that I'm sharing with y'all is the Hide Pork Hat by Michelle Dunayer. And I like the design on this hat too.
Yeah, that's pretty.
And here it is in like a burgundy color.
I seen one similar to that was called a gypsy boho hat or something like that. And in that stitch work were just little wooden beads, like ever so often. It's really pretty.
I think beads are pretty.
Yeah, me too. I love beadwork.
Now this one is called Design Your Hat by Ala Koval. And I like how it looks like this.
Oh yeah,
like
the brim all curled up. Yeah.
Now here it has it without that part.
Without the brim at all. I like it with the brim.
Me too.
What's it made out of? Is it made out of like raffia to curl like that, or is it?
The suggested yarn is Patton's North America Grace, and then it has Taki Yarns Cotton Classic Light, and this is Sport Yarn number 2 weighted.
I wonder how they're keeping it stiff then, if it's a 2-weight yarn and cotton.
I'm not sure. They may
but
say
you know what I'm
it
saying? It was kind of flop down if I don't know, unless they starched it or something.
They could have. Hi, Barb.
Yeah.
How are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? And also Nancy too. Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
Yeah, we're towards the end of the live, but I am glad y'all showed up. Um, I'm going to be sharing a couple more patterns, and then I'm going to be doing a pattern giveaway, and then wrap things up. This is called Fruit Punch Sun Hat by M.A. Santos, and I think this one's cute.
Oh, it is.
I like those colors.
Yeah, me too.
And the flower.
Oh, yeah, that's really cute.
And then here's the last one. This is called Sunspot Hat by Lion Brand Yarn, which I'm not so fond of the color. I would have to like Conify it.
Yeah, right.
Make it more like fun colors.
It
Pretty
is a cute
colors.
beret, though. Like a beret hat. That
Mhm.
is cute.
But
But I agree.
I love the style of it. But that wouldn't have been my color of choice.
Yeah, mine either.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like browns, but I like them mixed with other colors.
Yeah, I like neutrals too, but I'm more drawn to brighter colors.
Hi, Cozy Cornelius Corner. How are you doing today? And what are you working on? And what's your first name? Um, Actually, we are towards the end of the live. I'm going to be doing a pattern giveaway, then wrap things up. Let me pull up Nightbot giveaway tool. Give me just a minute. Giveaway. Right under my nose.
What?
Okay, let's see. What word do I want to use for today? I'm going to use the word coffee.
Where is any?
Okay. So this giveaway is open worldwide. Since it's a pattern, I'll send it via email, PDF file. So type the word coffee, all lowercase, COFFEE, and start now. Okay. Cozy Cornelius Corner. That her name is Crystal. I'm sorry, not Crystal, Christy. I don't know where I got that from. Christy, and she's making a shawl, and it's raining there.
It's been sprinkling. It's been sprinkling here off and on.
We've been getting thunderstorms a lot.
Yeah, that was last week. We had thunderstorm after thunderstorm. And I live in the middle of the woods, so a lot of times it's raining. We don't even know because we've got so many trees. And then all of a sudden,
Let's see, we also have Midge that joined us, and I think I greeted Patty already. If not, hello. How are y'all doing, and what are y'all working on? Borb says, unfortunately, today I didn't make any coffee, so I'm cranky. Well, this was my second cup, but I only drank like half of it.
I always drink 2 cups in the morning. Now, Mark, he is a coffee connoisseur. He grinds the beans. He does, what I'm saying? He's serious about his coffee. How he sleeps at night, as much coffee as he drinks, I have no idea. I like tea and coffee. I like them both. But he is
I prefer coffee.
Yep, I have 2 cups in the morning. I'm good.
So type the word coffee if y'all want to be entered into this pattern giveaway. But yeah, normally when I go live, I only drink about half my cup of coffee because it gets cold on me.
Oh yeah. I actually love cold coffee, like iced coffee or whatever.
Now I like the frappuccinos.
Yeah, those are good, but they're so sweet.
Let's see. We also have Chasing Ari here. How are you doing today, and what are you working on? And what's your first name? Yeah, Christy says her husband makes it every morning. All right, I'm going to give it 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and stop. Oopsie. There it goes. Okay, there it goes. Okay. And let's see. Okay, let's see who the lucky winner is going to be. Good luck, everyone.
Good luck.
And Borb Knits and Crochets is the winner. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Barb.
And what I need for you to do is send me an email at justanotherstitch2020@gmail.com to claim your pattern. And I have my email on the screen right now. It's also in the description box of all my videos and on my About page. Well, the only videos it's not on are my Monday lives because I have too many pattern links in them to post anything else. But yes, send me an email, Borb. And another thing too, most of my patterns are knitted, but I have 3 that are crochet.
So then you're more of a knitter, Connie?
Yeah, I learned knitting first.
Oh, okay.
Now I do have 2 patterns that I did design for crochet that I still need to write up and have them tested. I need to do more with crochet patterns.
Yeah. Well, I knew you knitted, but I didn't know that was your main, your main thing. So that's why I asked.
Like I have certain days of the week I crochet, certain days that I knit. So I do them pretty much equally, but I do find I'm more comfortable with knitting because I learned it first.
Yeah, that's understandable.
But let's see. Let me check real quick to see if I've missed any comments. Ori, or chasing Ori's name. I'm getting tongue tied. Her name is Jessie, and she's making granny squares. And okay, looks like everyone else was congratulating Borb. Okay. So do you have anything you want to say, Dee, before we wrap things up?
Well, yeah, I got my monetization party on the 23rd. I'm so excited. A lot of channels have donated
Did I
giveaways.
donate?
I don't think so.
I can donate a pattern for 2 different winners.
Awesome. But yeah, a bunch of channels are donating. And me and Mark have picked out a whole bunch of stuff, and it should be really fun. It's going to be my first live and also my monetization party. I also have 3 1,000 subscriber giveaways going on right now.
Awesome.
And yeah, well, I was going to make one big one, and Mark goes, why don't we bust it up and give 3 different people, So that's what we decided to do. So I have 3 really big individual giveaways for my 1,000 subscriber appreciation, and then the monetization party. And also next week, oh Lord, I didn't write down the time, but next week I'll be live with Crystal, the Yarny Chicken Crazy Cat Lady, and then hanging out with you whenever you want. So because I love you, Connie.
Thank you. And that is one thing I do want to mention for those that have channels. If y'all ever have events going on, I'm always willing to donate a pattern or 2 for y'all.
I just feel funny asking people, like everybody's telling me you should, send out emails and ask people to donate. And I'm like, I feel kind of funny doing that, but I guess it's typical. Also, if everybody else does it, I guess I could do it too,
Yeah, a lot of channels do it.
Yeah, I just feel funny asking people for stuff. I'm not one that's real good for help.
When I do it, I always tell people though, don't feel like you have to. This is only if you can and
Yeah.
want to, because I never want people to feel like, oh, I've got to do this.
Right.
But yeah, like I said earlier in the live, Monday's live's gonna be we're gonna talk about number two weighted yarn. If y'all have any makes using number two weighted yarn, send me the pictures. Get them into me by the end of today though, because I'm gonna be working on making that video tomorrow and preparing for the live.
Well, that's really nice of you to share other people's stuff. That's cool.
Yeah,
I like that idea. That's
I like
cool.
showing off other people's work, and it also gives people ideas of things you can make with that weighted yarn.
Yep. I totally agree with that.
But yeah, on Mondays I've turned them into more of an educational, informative type live, and we'll be going over the different weights. Like I said, we're going into number two weighted yarn. Then after we finish the weights, then I'll get into like different fibers. After that, we'll get into other subjects. Don't know what yet. and
Cool.
and also later today, my Knitting Friday video will be coming out. Um, I'll probably eat, and then I'll work on filming and editing that and getting it uploaded. I know I'm a day late. That's where I started saying my videos, Crochet Tuesdays, Tuesday-ish,
Tuesday-ish.
Knitting
Yeah.
Friday-ish.
It's like me, I mean, I'm almost 60, so I've got some years on you. So, with me, when I was at work, I had to be there at a certain time, and everything was a regiment, and it's like now that I'm retired, it's like I don't want to be held to a regiment. I'll see you guys when I see you. I just don't like regiment because I had it for so many years, so yeah. I mean, well, I'll see you when I see you.
It's like I try to get them on the days, but it's like I can't always get the videos out on the days that I try.
Yeah.
To.
I mean, it's probably better to have a schedule, you know what I'm saying, so people know when to look. I just really don't want to, you know.
But
I
that's
just
why
don't really,
I
yeah.
usually say sometimes my videos are a day or two late coming out.
Yeah.
And then every now and then I'll skip a week on a video.
Well, there is life, things happen in life, you know.
It's kind of like the week before last, I just did lives that week because my back was hurting a lot.
Yeah, how's your back doing anyway?
A lot better. I'm
That's
pretty
good.
sure. I'm pretty sure I know like what's going on now because I discovered something that seems to be working for me.
Oh, okay.
But I'm pretty sure I have fibromyalgia.
Oh, yeah, my sister has that. Well, Mark's brother's a chiropractor, so whenever I have a backache or anything, we go over and see him, and he fixes me up. So that's kind of handy having a chiropractor in the family.
Now, I do know I have arthritis in my back.
Oh, yeah, I do too.
And my doctor also suspects sciatica.
Yeah. Do you have those pains shooting down the back of your legs? Yeah, that's sciatica. I have that as well. And it'll be fine for the longest time, and I'll just turn. I don't necessarily have to be doing any heavy work or anything. I'll just turn the wrong way or something, and that pain will shoot down my leg. I know. It's, it's my sciatica.
But like me, I also get where like it'll hurt. Like if you touch me, barely touch me, I'm like ow, ow, ow.
Oh, that sounds like fibromyalgia for sure.
But
Have you
it
gotten
hasn't been that
tested
bad.
or?
It hasn't been that bad lately.
Oh,
So
well, I'm
it's
glad your back is feeling better.
so let's see. I'm never gonna get this live wrapped up.
I told you, me and you get going and we just talk.
Let's see, Marie's back. Yeah, we're really fixing to wrap up very soon. Christy with Yornborf is here. Yeah, we're at the tail end, Christy. Thank you, Amanda. Let's see. Inheritance says she has back problems too, and she had to start physical therapy. Oh, I've been through physical therapy twice, and that don't seem to help me.
Yeah, sometimes that just makes matters worse. It causes inflammatory, areas.
And that was one thing that like kind of like where you could tell that it's more than likely fibromyalgia, because certain things don't seem to work. Like anti-inflammatories don't work for me.
Yeah, you sound pretty much like you have fibromyalgia for sure.
Like ibuprofen does not work for me. Tylenol will help me some.
Yeah, I only take Tylenol. I don't take anything else because honestly, it's not good for you. Like ibuprofen, for instance, how it gets into your system is it goes into your stomach, it breaks a blood vessel and goes into your bloodstream. I mean, if you have ulcers or things like that, you shouldn't be taking that Motrin. That's not good for you. I'd rather just stick with good old Tylenol.
And the funny thing is, you know what seems to be working? And this is something that, like, when you look up like treatments, this is one of the things that they mention: antidepressants.
Really?
Which I
And
don't
that's helping.
understand that.
Wow,
I
that's
mean,
really cool.
it helps like you sleep better and stuff, but
That's good to know. I should tell my sister that.
yeah. I don't understand it, but
A lot of times they make a medication and they believe they made it for one certain thing, and they find out after testing or whatever that it actually works on something else. So, that's probably one of those things.
and let's see. Zola wants to know how the biscuit's doing. He's doing pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, Borb says back problems are the worst. She has fibro too.
Yeah.
Inherited says I have sciatica too. I have degenerating vertebrae. Physical therapy is helping though. That's good that it's helping.
Yeah, you build up those muscles around those degenerating discs, and a lot of times you'll start to feel better.
Lori says
Believe
I
me, I
have
know all about back problems.
Lori says I have degenerative disc disease. Oh no. But like you see that's one thing, like Frank has sciatica. And like he has problems with his back, but his is different. Like because it don't hurt him to the touch. Um
Yeah, that part right there alone sounds like fibromyalgia to me.
and like
Because they say your skin even hurts, you know?
and we were always like, there has to be something else going on.
Yeah.
So this has to be more than just sciatica and arthritis.
Yeah, you definitely need to go see the doctor.
And Christy says I have that too. And ankylosing spondyle, however you say. My back is shot. Years of trucking did me in.
Yeah. I was a truck driver too. Me and Christy talk all the time. I was a truck driver too for a long time, and I think that has a lot to do with my back and hip problems.
See, truck driving affected Frank's with his venous stasis.
Well, see, I jumped from one extreme to another. It's like I used to sell Corvettes for Les Stanford Chevrolet, and I went from there to accounting school and became an accountant. And I did accounting for years. I got bored with that because they always stick you in a corner by yourself somewhere. There's no people. and got bored with that. And then, so then I went into a home care, and I ran a home health care agency for a while. And then I went into truck driving. So I've been like all over the place, trying to find my niche.
Let's see. Inherited says she has to do exercises every day. Oh. And Christy says physical therapy didn't help her at all.
Yeah, some people it just doesn't work, If anything, like I said, it makes it more inflammatory,
Inherited says PT I am doing is like having a personal trainer. You see, the first time I did physical therapy, it was exercises, like a lot of leg lifts and stuff like that. Then the second time was at a different place where they started off putting a heating pad on you, doing a back ultrasound. Um, then sometimes he would massage my back, and then they tried later on the dry needling, and then they had me do like the bike for 10 minutes, and then like a cold pack on my back.
Wow, that's pretty extensive. Mark just had his knee replaced, and we had a PT coming out to the house for like 6 weeks or something, or I don't know how long it was. It didn't seem like 6 weeks, but anyway, I mean, he's just doing great. He went to get his checkup with the doctor. He's like, "What PT are you using?" He says, "I've been doing it myself." He isn't using a cane, nothing. He's doing great. He's back to working on cars. So.
Let's see. Jesse's asking, have I read the spin theory? No, I never heard of that. At least I don't think I did.
I just seen that book on something. I just seen that book on something.
Let's see. Granny D joined us. Hi, Granny D. How are you doing today? Well, I've been saying this for like the last 20 minutes. We're fixing to wrap up. But I thought you were going live. Normally you go live at 2 Granny D. Yeah, but she normally goes live after like when mine ends. Let's see. Oh, she already answered that. I'm not going on live at my usual time. May sneak in sometime later. The girls and I are out and about. Just went to the Smoky Mountain Spinnery.
Ooh, cool. What'd you buy us?
We also have Julie J. Bug that joined us. Hi, Julie. How are you doing today? Yeah, we're fixing to be wrapping up.
We've been saying that, but we really are fixing to wrap up.
Kind of like when you say that you're leaving and you keep getting further to the door and it takes you about 30 minutes to get there.
All right.
Out the door or into your car.
All right.
Inherited. Actually, at one time I did ask about getting the shots, and well, the funny thing is they said that they would do it the next time that I went, and then whenever I went the next time, they weren't letting people in the office because of COVID, and I haven't brought it back up. Let's see. Lori says, between the Navy waiting tables and nursing, my back is going, I was in the Navy too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my uncle was in the Navy.
Let's see. I lost my place. Oh, Dreamy joined us
that was in World War II. I'm sorry?
Dreamy joined us too. We're fixing to wrap up.
I need to shut up and let Connie end her live, right?
Right now, I'm kind of just skimming the comments. Oh, I hope you have a good day, Barb.
Bye, Barb. Thanks for hanging out with us.
I need to bring it back up, Inherited. Okay. So I'm really wrapping up right now. Okay.
We really are.
I want to thank everyone for joining us today. I enjoyed chatting with all of y'all. And I want to
Me
thank
too.
Dee for coming live with me. I enjoyed having you.
Oh,
And
anytime, Connie.
and those that will be watching the replay, I also want to welcome y'all. And I would say feel free to answer the questions we asked today, but we never got into the questions. Not a one.
You're never going to invite me back. I'm like ruining your whole mojo there.
It's
Oh,
all
Lord.
good because normally with questions, I make some, and then like if I don't use them on a live, I use them on the next live. So
Yeah,
it's
there you
no
go.
big deal.
Then you're ready to go for the next time.
Some lives you get more chit chatting than others.
Yeah.
I see Eugenia just joined us. Hi,
Hi,
Eugenia.
Jen.
Yeah, we're like wrapping up right now, but I do hope you decide to catch the replay. But anyway, I hope everyone has a fabulous Yorny day. Be the light and bye.
Bye.